Alright, there's a video to self. Make sure you keep it to self. That's why I have my shirt off. I don't want to release it too. Oh, here's my titties. Might be a little graphic if you're under 18. I've never... Well, here's my armpit. I got a rash right there. I got a rash right there. And I don't know how I got that, but it's humbling, and humility is almost always good. I mean, you know, there's a time where humility is bad if it's tied to shame and I love feeling smart. A lot of ways to get there. One of the ways is to keep playing tic-tac-toe. 3 in a row. I was in the hospital and I said, you know what I don't like about tic-tac-toe? It's a tie every time. I played the guy and I won. So much for that theory. I think he was going through some stuff for him to lose at that game. You know, don't want to be an American idiot. The other song I really like. Don't want to be a Canadian idiot. We can do that too. You act like it takes a bunch of skill to write that song, and you're so smart because you can play guitar and sing. Yeah, I could do that too. If you want to feel smart, beat an unbeatable game. Make a square circle. Make a married bachelor. How about chess? Chess is brutal because the loser feels stupid compared to the guy he played. The winner feels smart unless you've played the game your whole life and then at the end you said, I'm so smart that I didn't do anything with my life except look at these squares and these pieces. It's a sign of a wasted life. Now, if you're Magnus Carlsen, if you're Bobby, Magnus Carlsen has millions of dollars and he enjoys chess and he does other things. He plays soccer, he enjoys his life, and chess is just over here and his mind's all over. He can play people without looking at the board because he can see it in his mind. I don't have it quite that good as Magnus. I love the whole I love you more, love you more, love you more, love you more, love you more battles, the love wars. I've seen it with my stepsister, Shannon. Heard it. Privileged information, of course, but it's going out to the video. She's in her room and she's on the phone with her dad. She loves her dad so much, she called my dad Jeff. She says, no, I don't use that word for this. And my brother and I were like, well, we're going to call her mom because we better act like she's our mom. Otherwise, this isn't going to go very well. I even called her mommy. And Nicole made fun of me. And Cheryl was pissed. I can call her Cheryl now because she's legally not even my mom. But I obey the law of the land. I'm lucky to be in America where the laws are actually halfway semi-decent. If I was in another country, I mean, every country has their own little laws, and they make sense for their, so they think. But laws change. It's just hard to change the Constitution. But sometimes you just gotta. I mean, we could talk about this. The rules. I told the missionaries, what's better, a full house or a flush? They said, I don't know. I don't play that game. Full house or straight? I don't know. I don't play that game. Let's try this again. Full house or a pair of aces? I have a full house. That's right. Now, what if everyone agreed that ace is a beautiful house? Would that count? Would a full house be a pair of aces still? Because the rules. The full house would still be the pair of aces, right? See, I'm getting these looks like you can't be out here walking around with, white and a big belly. And yes, I can. The law says public indecency. I'm not showing anything. Yeah, I got nice titties. Look at these. Look at this. I mean, PSA 10 for man boobs, and I'm not the only one who thinks that. You can grab them. Sure, it feels like you're grabbing your own, but it's better than nothing. Ugh. They're like maybe A cups or something. Different humors for different rumors. Different rumors for different humors. I want a lot of jokes going around about me and rumors and Ron Paul, he was taken down by the media by an article he didn't write 20 years ago. And he just kept denying it. And everyone's like, yeah, but you don't really get it. This is politics. We're supposed to have fun. We're in America. Everything's all right. We just pretend like it's not because it's fun. And Ron Paul didn't want to play that game. He's like, no, I'm being serious. I'm going to shut down foreign aid. Well, you're not going to be president then. The whole point of being a president is to, yes, help people in this country. And I think people in this country are 1% better than the other countries because that's the country I was born in and I'm biased. And I admit that bias. But I don't think we're 500% better, 1,000% better, 4,000% better, or infinity better. Because there's humans on the other side of that border. How would you like to be thrown into that country for a year? Not even in jail. You just in that, now you're like, oh, where's McDonald's? Where's Taco Bell? Where's KFC? Yeah, we have chicken. Yeah, but it doesn't taste like the chicken I had back in the States. It doesn't taste like the chicken that we had back in the States. Listen to yourself. You're in hellfire. I'm a paranoid schizophrenic. So I'm going to think people are thinking things that they aren't thinking no matter what. The truth is, and I told my dad this because he was like, how's my hair? I was like, Dad, you're 72 years old. People have different standards for 18, 25, 30-year-olds than they do for 72. I know a girl, she's my friend, a friend acquaintance hybrid. I took her out to eat, but she has beautiful hair. She dyes it. She wants it slick, and she still thinks she's beautiful. And she is, but not in the way that she thinks. If you know what I mean. And she is nice. She doesn't like Trump. And why is that? Just the way he mocks disabled people. Okay, he doesn't mock disabled people, but I know what you mean because that was on the news. And I'm gonna let this slide. If that's what you mean by Trump, someone who hates disabled people, I'm a disabled person. I'm so disabled that I'm not even offended. I gotta show you these again because I know it's. You can win some of the people's hearts some of the time. You can win all of the people's hearts a very, very, very small percentage of the time. I am that small percentage. I want everyone satisfied. That's why I'm going to give UBI, but not $1,000 a month. Because the people with the mammon demon and the rich people think that's too much. $77 a month because 7 represents God. And it's not going to cost the rich an arm and a leg. It's going to cost them a penny, a nickel, and a dime, and a quarter because I'm getting rid of all change. Because change is cringe. It's out of tune. Slow it down. I said change isn't cringe. Oh, so now it isn't cringe. Well, I'm talking about a different kind of change. I'm talking about the change that Obama promised, but he never got through to us. I'm gonna take a piss right here. This is some Rosa Parks ship. One day I'll be thrown into jail for pissing in public 10 years ago, and here's some video evidence of it. And you know where he was? There's no law that says I can't take a piss right here. And if there is, you gotta look at the context. If there is, I'm so rebellious. Feels so good. It's probably not the only law I've broken either. I'm sitting on the wrong side of the bus. Do something about it. I mean, you can hear it. Now, if you're watching this video 10 years from now, it's probably AI, and that's what you're hearing. Artificial intelligences. I'm gonna show you again. Soaking is not a valid loophole. You're sticking it in, and someone's pushing the bed. Creasing is a valid loophole. You stick your armpit out like this, and then you have the girl lick it. Or vice versa. There's nothing that even hints against that. That's just you guys being weird. That's just weird. No pregnancy. Sure, you might get, well, that's nasty. Well, if you're in love. If you're in love, you get married. Yeah, but we're in a little bit of love. Well, then do creasing. Okay, that's what I said. That's what I said. I've never done creasing with a girl, but I've done kissing. You know, kissing, I said the word cringe earlier. Kissing, I've done it, at least other things. Kissing needs to officially be against law, Chastity. Oh, but we can do it really innocent and play with the fire. If you're that innocent, then you're innocent enough to get married. Just wait. Now, when you're alone, no one's around, You're a sexual being. You want to release all that energy. One of the reasons we ban that practice religiously is so you can feel rebellious for once, since you're keeping all the rules outside of that. At least now you can be rebellious. Well, what about the guy that actually doesn't masturbate, and he doesn't jack off, and he doesn't touch his wiener? What about that? Well, that guy should be president, because I don't know very many people that can do that. I mean, sure, they can go 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 5 weeks, 60 days, 90 days. It's called slaying the dragon. There's a dragon between your legs, and a woman, there's something else. And I don't know what that temptation is like, but it scales. And if you go swimming in there, as a woman, you're gonna release some eggs, and then the eggs come out, and then, I don't know what. But I'll tell you what happens with a guy. There's an explosion of semen. The semen, if you don't have a plan for when it's gonna land on your stomach. Now you're just like, now what? What just happened? I'm a flower that produces pollen. Pollinate. Or you could say I'm a criminal. There's different attitudes towards wanking your own noodle. There's rebellious, there's idolatrous, and there's missing the mark. There's, oh, whoops, I did that. And then you're just like, do better next time. Then there's the, I'm doing this because I hate the creator, and I hate the maker, and I hate, and I hate, and I hate, and I hate. Well, that's really nasty. I would say, I don't know what to tell you, but there's an orgasm mechanic. To get to that orgasm, some things have to happen in your mind, generally. I like that word, general ally. That's me. I'm a general ally. I know you're gonna say, where is he getting this information? I'm speaking as a man, that's why I'm topless. Here's my boobs. Or I'm just speaking from the heart. Or I'm speaking for, like, listen, you decide. Take a break. I like what my mom said. When I was younger, I couldn't have handled a lottery win. I didn't know it at the time. And then she says, but right now, I could. The lottery, a bunch of unearned glory. My half-sister Heather, she's like, I think that would be the worst thing that ever happens to any of us is winning the lottery. Not me. I have people think I'm the Joker because I light money on fire, large sums of money. Well, I was kidding. Yeah, but the money's gone now. I never said it wasn't. Take the plus 100. What's that from? That's my Joker impression. Yeah, well, he never said take the plus 100. Yeah, I just wanted the way he talked. I didn't want everything else. He's a freaking anarchist. You know what anarchy is? It's more than just people rhyming words with orange at a clinic. It's more than that. No rules at all. Whoever has the most power gets the rules. That's how it ends up at. I mean, the rules still stay no rules, but that's what anarchy is. You know what I like about small children? They have potential. You know what I don't like about small children? They're stupid. Oh, not all small children. Relative, like, no, you know what I mean, dude. Job 12:12, in the age of there's wisdom, take the reverse of that. Job 12:12, use your brain text. Younger people, less wisdom. Older people, more wisdom. As a general rule. Sure, teenage John the Baptist, I would take him over a grandma or a grandpa. Barely on the grandma, if she has a bunch of righteous children and righteous children's children. I walked into a bank to propose to my wife just so I could save myself for marriage. Now, did that actually happen, or is he making a joke? Well, that's a great question. I'll let you and your view of my armpit decide. Now what's that? Special treat for those who have waited or who have watched this video. You know what I like about getting my hair cut? I have them shave my beard just because I think it's funny. It's funny that I have to give them $14 just for them to do like this. Yeah, that'll be $14. Are you serious? That's a lot of money. Not for me. I got bills to pay. It's $3,400 a month here. For me, it's penny, nickel, dime. I've been living with my dad. I don't have a job that pays that much. I've been working minimum wage my whole life. I wrote this article. I watched all these silver porn videos. Oh, silver's gonna quadruple in any minute now. America's gonna collapse any minute now. And they had this weird perspective. And then they went to another country in Zimbabwe and showed how them getting desperate and then printing money out of thin air to pay the military, it didn't work out for them because their citizens couldn't eat because everything was too expensive and there was a delay in the currency, and by the time you got to the front of the line, the prices had gone up already. Empty food stores, everyone complaining. Now they have to pan for gold. As if that proves it. That's gonna happen in America if we print money. You're an idiot. But they had the music going. And all they really want to do is drive you to their private insider group where they pump a bunch of penny stocks and then, yeah, we're gonna pump these stocks. You could get in on it first. Then we'll advertise these penny stocks to our normal viewers. Look, they're up 2,000%. These mining stocks, go ahead and buy them. And then as they buy them, they dump. You know what my favorite crypto is? It's one of those videos, isn't it? A lot of value there with that question. My favorite, probably Dogecoin. It's so cute. No, that ain't cute. The reason why God makes it so small is that they won't kill you. Ha 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 ha. What's that from? That's what you need to start saying more often. My armpits feel so good. Sure, I would prefer if I didn't have the rashes. I even put a cream on this one. So Dogecoin started as a joke. And the guy says, here, I wanted to show you how worthless these coins are. And then he bashed the crypto project. And the supernatural realm's like, hey, man, how dare you? And it took off from there. And it became Merge Mind with Litecoin. It's a successful project. Elon Musk pump and dump, pump and dump, pump and dump. Hilarious. And it just makes fun of everyone. It's an invisible string of code of numbers when you want to define it technically. It's the same as Bitcoin. It's a fork of Litecoin, which is a fork of Bitcoin. And what's Bitcoin? Well, it's a string of numbers, virtual numbers. It's basically high octane ghost fart, which can be used if everyone else is on the collective delusion, which everyone is, because why wouldn't you be? And I'm in the gold and silver camp where, oh, gold and silver has value whether you say it does or not, which is also not true, but that's called the intrinsic value argument. But my thing is, hey, if you want the best for your teeth, you got to get gold. And the guy says, that's nice. And then he gets like an alternative. There's more to life than teeth. And then you get something else, and then you move on. No, you don't need gold in this life. You don't need silver. But our thing is, you obviously don't need Bitcoin. It's easy for you to say when that's a really good answer. It's easy for you to say. There are some countries that need Bitcoin. They want to transfer money. You know, I heard this story of Germany. You know, it's like getting punched in the stomach how much it was a hollow cost, if you know what I mean. Breaks my heart watching the Schindler's List. And I couldn't take it. It's not that I felt bad for them. It's that I'm about to faint. And I went out into the hall. Sorry. And they gave me a wheelchair. And I went to the office. And Marty's like, oh, you just felt bad. No. It just happened randomly. Anyways, it was a very hollow cost for them. What do you mean by that? Well, there was a very rich gentleman, and to leave the country, you got to get rid of all your wealth. But you could take, clothes and stuff like that. Well, they were smart because they're rich, and they're rich because they're smart. Some people are like that. Some people are rich because they inherited the money. Other people are rich. Other people are rich because they won the lottery. Some people are rich because they got lucky. I like what Mark Cuban said. If I could go back to my younger days, I think I could get to 1 million. But to get to 1 billion, I would have had to get really lucky again. It's his way of throwing all the billionaires under the bus. Like, I'm here to help. You guys help out, please. One of my friends doesn't like Mark Cuban. Thinks he's a bit of a snake. Does that hurt my opinion of him? No. One of my close friends doesn't like somebody that isn't even an acquaintance that I don't know. Yes, it does affect it because I trust his perspective. Snake, huh? What kind of snake? I guess we just see things differently. Is this an armpit or is it something else? Depends who you ask. Who do you love more? Now that's a good question. people in the gold and silver industry or people in the crypto industry? Oh gosh. Well, first things first, they both creep me out because I have a mammon demon, and the love of money is cringe and creepy and gross and cringe. I don't know what's more creepy, money or guns. People say, oh my gosh, guns. It's like, yeah, but you don't have a money demon. Yeah, of course. That's why I like to ask people their perspective. And there's a difference between a man and a woman. My opinion. My world, my truth. Now, it's not the number one thing that I don't really hold to the T in the LGBTQ+, but I do hold to the Q. I'm queer. What is that exactly? What is the definition? What's it to you? What are you gonna do about it? What do you mean? What am I gonna do about it? Q. Q me. Q me. I'm queer. Kill me. What are you gonna do about it? Q. Yeah, you're queer. There you go. I'm queer. Well, if we don't know what the meaning is, that's exactly what I am. I've been that the whole time, man, if that's your definition. Technically. Now, what about the L? It's an L take. Lesbian. Now that I can get behind. It's relatable. It's the L in LGBT. L, I have a lot of sympathy for at the very least. And when you want to define it technically, I might even fall into that camp because I'm straight, but if lesbian means you like women or naked women, T is transitioning. Well, I'm always changing, so maybe I have a little T in me. I think I might be more LGBT than I think. G is gay, which means happy, of course. I'm gay. I'm gay. I'm happy. LGBTQ+. And what's the plus? We're working on adding straight people at some point. Oh, thank God, I'm plus too. So I'm L, I'm G. Oh, what's B? Bye. Bye. I'm that too.